back to another video. We're going to discuss our thoughts on what happened this weekend. So this will be our week 3 recap. Some interesting results this weekend, I would say, which we'll go into a little bit more. Anything surprise you, I guess?
I think the Napoli game, I watched that game. Bologna played really good and held off Napoli for a really long time. And but we'll discuss more in the coming video.
Alright, so we'll start off with Saturday's lone game since the Sampdoria-Roma game was postponed to rain.
Yeah, it sucked. I was so looking forward to coming back from the international break, having a nice Sampdoria game versus a different Roma. I want to see how that team would work before playing Atletico Madrid tomorrow on Tuesday. And so I wanted to see how well it would be. But what can you do? Weather takes over, and you can't really change anything. That's all.
Alright, so as you guys saw in there, it is the Juve-Chievo game where Juventus did win 3-0. Goals, I believe, came from Dybala, Higuain, and an own goal
Yeah, it was
from Hetamai.
It was unlucky. It was a nice cross and got put in the back of the net. But what can you do? Juve always a dominant force, and you can't really change much about that.
The one thing though about Juve this year, they haven't really had a true challenge, I guess. So we haven't really been able to see a good Juve, not a good Juve team, but a team that they can really play against with some of these signings. With the loss of Bonucci, I know they're playing Barcelona this week, so we'll see how that goes. But again, they're dominant. It depends who they'll be playing.
Well, tomorrow they're playing Barcelona, so that will be one of the bigger challenges. Yeah, even though it is in the group stages, it's still a big difference from Genoa, Chievo, and where did they play the first game? Cagliari. That's a major difference.
They do have players. They do have good players, but it's hard to say how some of these players are doing. Again, like Matuidi, Douglas Costa, Bernardeschi. It's hard to really show that they're spectacular against teams like, again, Chievo and all those teams. Not saying Chievo's a bad team, but it's not like they're an elite team, right? And they did rest a few players. They played Matuidi, they played Chesney. I believe they played Benatia as well. Yeah. So they rested a lot of key figures, but we'll see, We'll see. So now we'll go on to the early game on Sunday morning at 6:30.
We had Inter and Spal. Inter took the victory 2-0, with some pretty good goals from Icardi and Perisic. There we go.
Which was a really nice strike.
Amazing goal.
Right under the Cordova.
But there was a little controversy with the penalty that Inter got. People say it's out of the box. People say it was into the box. I don't know. The VAR showed like he did trip him, but what do you guys? Let us know what you guys think.
I think it was outside the box.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it was outside the box. And, stuff like that happens. But the one thing about that, because they used the VAR, it took 5 minutes. 5 minutes! What is this? Like,
what are you going to do?
No, but that's something they got to control. You can't take 5 minutes to make a decision.
It's the first year, so they can't really...
But it doesn't matter. Stuff like that, it slows down the game. It's really just like, what am I waiting for? It's like, I don't know. I feel it takes till going. Like I said earlier in another video, 30 seconds to decide whether or not to use VAR, 30 seconds to make the call. You should not spend a whole 5 minutes in that. Like, it's ridiculous, I don't know.
And then after we had all the 9 o'clock games with Verona-Fiorentina, with Fiorentina destroying Verona at home 5-0.
Sorry, away. You mean away.
Oh, away, sorry.
Verona was
away, yes. And then Udinese-Genoa, with Udinese taking their first win, 1-0, and both teams getting a red card.
And they used, I believe, VAR also on Bertolacci sending off. So that was, I believe, the first instance where they did use it for a red card. Let us know if you think it was a red card as well.
But it was funny enough, I was watching the MLS and they did have to use VAR to send this guy off in MLS.
They even used it for Kaká too, which when I will watch the replay, it was the stupidest thing ever. Guy was playing around and he gets sent off for violent conduct, which is...
And then we had the Cagliari-Crotone game, with Cagliari also getting their first win.
Crotone is still looking for their first one as well. Cagliari opened up their new stadium, the Sardinia Arena. If you guys haven't seen it, it's a beautiful stadium, but a good welcoming to the fans. Sal, who's been their leader, gets them going. But we'll see if they can keep it up. They did lose Borriello, so that is hurtful for them. But hopefully Sal can keep it up.
Guy's old.
But he did score over 10, I think it was 16 goals. So
we'll see what he does with Spalding. Anyway, then we had Atalanta Sassuolo, with Atalanta as well getting their first win, 2-1 at home versus Sassuolo.
And Sassuolo did open up the game too, so they did.
It was surprising.
It was a comeback from behind, a good goal from Cornelius to open up his Atalanta account. Patania getting second, they're using VAR as well for that. A little VAR though,
whatever. It's better to get the right calls and the wrong calls and have the whole controversy after the game instead of having during the game.
But do you feel maybe they're used?
Well, that's what added time's for.
I know, but at the same time, the game shouldn't extend for that long. But at the same time, do you think they're relying too much on the VAR? Every little thing, VAR.
I think if you really have to, that's where they have the guardalinea on the back where the net is.
They took those out.
Okay, never mind.
They took those out because of the VAR.
Oh, I don't know. It's we'll see how the end of the year goes. How many things they did right, how many things they did wrong. And anyway, my favorite laughable game. 10 o'clock. They have to move it up
because of the rain in Rome.
Lazio beating Milan 4-1 at home. I am so happy.
You're happy that Milan lost?
The only reason, I'm sorry Milan fans, you guys are too cocky this year. Then Lazio fans, I'm a Roma fan, so.
But at the same time,
it made me smile. I don't like both teams.
Coming from a Milan fan, though, this was our real challenge. Montella did screw up, but I wasn't expecting not much for this. I know it was a blowout. But Montella did screw up. Montella, you guys lost 3-1 at home to Inter.
Nah, that's Inter. That
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Lazio at least made Europe last season. So.
Huh? Inter.
Lazio made Europe.
Yeah,
Inter didn't.
Trash.
So doesn't matter. They beat Juve this year. You guys lost at home.
Lazio's garbage.
Just wait till the derby. But again, speaking of the game, Montella did screw up his lineup, playing players like Montolivo, Borini. I don't know.
No, Montolivo.
I know he scored.
I
know he scored, but he made too many mistakes early.
There were 12 Montolivos on the field that day. On that game, 12 of them. Just even the goalie, Donnarumma.
Not his fault at all.
Just make it 12, 11. Sorry, make it 11. Plus the coach, 12.
Donnarumma had no fault on the goal, so he can't be blamed. It's just a team lacking the chemistry. You could see it. I believe it was on the second goal. Bonucci lost Immobile. Third goal as well as someone had lost. I believe it was Immobile again. He was a star player. Immobile tore our team apart. You can see the lack of chemistry. But again, you need to play some players. Çalhanoğlu was on the bench. He could have started for Montolivo.
Andre
Silva could have started for an inexperienced Cutrone. Same thing with Calabria. He's played, but he's not at a level where he should be playing against teams like Lazio. It was Calabria.
Who was your other? Who's your other player?
Abate probably would have done much better because of his experience, because Conte was injured.
You guys need a right back, my God.
Well, we have Conte, but he was out injured.
Oh yeah, right.
Abate would have brought that experience against Lazio, but the whole team just fell apart. And I know now with talks with our Europa League game coming up, they're saying Montella will go with a 3 at the back with Musacchio, Romagnoli, and Bonucci. And Bonucci does play better with 3 at the back, but we'll see against Austria Vienna how it does. But anyway. Milan really showed that they're not ready yet. No. I didn't expect them to win the Scudetto this year. Not that I want them to this year, as I really do want to see it, but I don't think they will because of the team lacking chemistry.
Just hope anyone but Juve. I want a new.
Inter are looking good though, but I guess after my rant there or our rant, we'll go on to our 12 o'clock game. And as you see now, it was 1-0 Benevento losing at home to Torino, and Benevento holding on to the last minute. Yeah. The last few minutes.
They were close so many times. Seydou saved them. He's been doing better than Hart.
And I think if you noticed it too, the first game, they scored first, but Sampdoria came back from behind. They lost 1-0 the week after, and they got a goal disallowed because of the VAR, and now losing 1-0 93rd minute. I think like they're unlucky. Like
I know.
they have a good team, they're able to maintain well, but it's just the luck at the other side of the pitch getting there. Like we'll see how they can keep it up.
Well, it's only 3 games in. They got so much more games to play, but
again, these are the time they need the points, but some teams are still finding their
way.
Yeah. And then we'll go into our afternoon game.
Where Bologna had beaten Where Bologna had lost to Napoli 3-1 at home. My bad. So it was an interesting game. I liked the way Bologna played. They shut Napoli down the first, I'd say 60 minutes, and then Napoli just ended up destroying them.
Calcio opened the scoring up, Zielinski, and then Insigne, was it?
I believe so.
But it's hard to contain a Napoli team. They do have so much talent. Yeah. They do have an attack that it's really hard to stop. Excuse me.
But
it is hard to control a game for so long. But your thoughts on that, perhaps?
Napoli's a very hard team to beat, and you shut them down, but they always come back kicking at the door, and they're ready to with everything they have. So I think Napoli are big contenders for the Scudetto race, and I think Bologna, we're doing really good, but you can only hold them off so much.
So we did have some interesting results. Again, biggest for me, the blowout by Fiorentina, which got them their first win, and again, the Lazio the demolition of Milan. What do you think we can expect from some of these teams, again, like Milan, Fiorentina, Juve, Inter? What can we expect from some of the bigger teams now?
I think Inter is really finding their way. I think they understand where they need to be as a team, as a whole, and Spalletti's really driving them into the road that they need to be, the path. Especially with Icardi leading that, it'll help them out. The Lazio is starting to come together. Napoli coming up there. I would love to see Roma play, but unfortunately we couldn't get the chance.
You do get to see them this week against
League.
Atletico, but Spalletti is doing well with Inter, and especially that they don't have a European competition this week, so they don't have to worry about so many competitions. They'll worry about the rotation as much compared to teams Lazio, Milan, Juve, Roma. So they have a lot less to worry about. They just want to make European qualification again, at least try for Champions League now that we have the 4th spot. We could probably see them do that, but again, it's if they're able to keep up the momentum. They did beat two big teams in Fiorentina, Roma. Let's see how they do it in the derby against Juve, against Lazio. We still have these games to see. Well, I guess we'll go on now to our goal of the weekend. There's a lot of goals. Who did you think?
The Fiorentina free kick.
Vertu, I believe his name is,
God,
which was a beautiful free kick.
Mine.
Yeah, I would honestly agree with you. There's also Perisic's goal too, though.
That was nice, but an open play, he had the opportunity. That was 30 meters out, top corner done. For me, no competition.
Yeah. And I guess we'll add it to the demolition of Verona, so we'll add that to probably our goal of the weekend. Sorry.
And who do you think the player of the week?
Well, they voted, and they said Immobile, which I will agree with. He demolished my team, unfortunately. Scored a hat trick, and with a span of 10 minutes from the late first half to early second, and really proved a menace against Milan. So
Immobile, why can't you do that with the national team? Come on. You do that with Lazio, but not with the Italy team. Ventura, gotta step your game up, man.
Maybe it's just the way in the system he's working with Ventura. He could probably create something with Belotti, but maybe it's the system. Who knows? Let us know if you agree with us with the player of the weekend as well as the goal of the weekend. We hope that you guys can continue watching our videos. Follow us on Twitter, Calcio_Bros, and subscribe to us on YouTube for more content on Serie A. We'll hear from you guys soon. Ciao!